Big movements in Castor Maritime Inc stock price on Wednesday, moving 21.04% between high and low, updated on January 13, 2021. Buy or hold candidate since December 14, 2020 gain 125.73%. The Castor Maritime Inc stock price gained 26.96% on the last trading day, Wednesday, 13 January 2021, rising from 29 cents to 37 cents, and has now gained 4 days in a row. It will be exciting to see whether it manages to continue gaining or take a minor break for the next few days. During the day, the stock fluctuated 21.04% from a day low at 33 cents to a day high of 41 cents. The price has risen in 7 of the last 10 days and is up by 118.82% over the past 2 weeks. Volume has increased on the last day along with the price, which is a positive technical sign, and, in total, 133 million more shares were traded than the day before. In total, 686 million shares were bought and sold for approximately $255.11 million. Given the current short-term trend, the stock is expected to rise 37.97% during the next 3 months and, with a 90% probability, hold a price between $0.27 and 51 cents at the end of this 3-month period. Signals and forecast. Mostly positive signals in the chart today. The Castor Maritime Inc stock holds buy signals from both short and long-term moving averages, giving a positive forecast for the stock. Also, there is a general buy signal from the relation between the two signals where the short-term average is above the long-term average. On corrections down, there will be some support from the lines at 26 cents and 19 cents. A breakdown below any of these levels will issue sell signals. A buy signal was issued from a pivot bottom point on Monday, November 2, 2020. And so far it has risen 215.79%. Further rise is indicated until a new top pivot has been found. Furthermore, there is a buy signal from the 3 months moving average convergence divergence, MACD. Volume is rising along with the price. This is considered to be a good technical signal. Support, risk and stop loss. On the downside, the stock finds support just below today's level from accumulated volume at $0.29. With no support from accumulated volume below today's level, the risk has increased, as a drop below the support at $0 may give a huge drop in the stock price. This stock may move very much during a day, volatility, and with a very large prediction interval from the Bollinger Band. This stock is considered to be very high risk. During the last day, the stock moved 7 cents between high and low, or 21.04%. For the last week, the stock has had a daily average volatility of 21.00%. Our recommended stop loss, 36 cents, minus 3.58%. This stock has very high daily movements and this gives very high risk. There is a buy signal from a pivot bottom found 49 days ago. Is Castor Maritime Inc stock a buy? Castor Maritime Inc holds several positive signals and is within a strong rising trend. As the old saying says, let the trend be your friend. We therefore consider it to be a good choice at these current levels, and we are expecting further gains during the next 3 months. Current score, 7.813. Predicted opening price for Castor Maritime Inc of Thursday, January 14, 2021. The predicted opening price is based on yesterday's movements between high, low, and the closing price. Fair opening price January 14, 2021. Current price 37 cents. Castor Maritime Inc engages in acquiring, owning, chartering, and operating dry bulk vessels. It provides seaborne transportation services for dry bulk cargo including iron ore, coal, and grain, collectively referred to as major bulks, and steel products, fertilizers, cement, bauxite, sugar, and scrap metal, collectively referred to as minor bulks. CTRM is fully valued compared to its price of 37 cents per share, has well below average safety, and is currently rated a hold. Recommendation, REC hold. REC reflects the cumulative effect of all the vector vest parameters working together. These parameters are designed to help investors buy safe, undervalued stocks rising in price. Value. Current price, 37 cents. Current value, 36 cents. CTRM has a current value of $0.36 per share, compared to a price of 37 cents per share. This stock is currently fully valued. Value is computed from forecasted earnings per share, forecasted earnings growth, profitability, interest, and inflation rates. Upside potential, relative value/RV. Fair. RV is an indicator of long-term price appreciation potential. CTRM has an RV of 0.91, which is fair on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. This indicator is far superior to a simple comparison of price and value because it is computed from an analysis of projected price appreciation 3 years out, AAA corporate bond rates, and risk. Safety, relative safety/RS. Very poor. RS is an indicator of risk. CTRM has an RS rating of 0.32, which is very poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. RS is computed from an analysis of the consistency and predictability of a company's financial performance, debt-to-equity ratio, sales volume, business longevity, price volatility and other factors. Timing, relative timing/RT. Excellent. RT analyzes a stock's price trend. CTRM has a relative timing of 1.41, which is excellent on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. RT is computed from an analysis of the direction, magnitude, and dynamics of a stock's price movements day over day, week over week, quarter over quarter and year over year. If a trend dissipates, RT will gravitate toward 1.00. Overall rating, value safety timing/VST. Fair. VST is the master indicator for ranking every stock in the VectorVest database. CTRM has a VST rating of 1.02, which is fair on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. VST is computed from the square root of a weighted sum of the squares of RV, RS, and RT. Stocks with the highest VST ratings have the best combinations of value, safety, and timing. Stop price, 21 cents. Stop is an indicator of when to sell a position. CTRM has a stop of 21 cents per share. A stock's stop is computed from a 13-week moving average of its closing prices, and is fine-tuned according to the stock's fundamentals. C. Comfort Index. Very poor. C is an indicator which reflects a stock's ability to resist severe and/or lengthy price declines. CTRM has a C rating of 0.16, which is very poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. C is based solely upon a stock's long-term price history. GRT, earnings growth rate. GRT reflects a company's 1 to 3 year forecasted earnings growth rate in percent per year. CTRM has a forecasted earnings growth rate of 24.00%, which VectorVest considers to be excellent. EPS, earnings per share. EPS stands for leading 12 months earnings per share. CTRM has a forecasted EPS of 3 cents per share. VectorVest determines this forecast from a combination of recent earnings performance and traditional fiscal and/or calendar year earnings forecasts. PE, price-to-earnings ratio. PE shows the dollars required to buy $1 of earnings. CTRM has a PE of 12.40. The average PE of all the stocks in the VectorVest database is 62.89. A. Earnings yield. A reflects earnings per share as a percent of price. CTRM has an A of 8.06%. This is above the current average of 1.59% for all the stocks in the VectorVest database. GPE, growth to PE ratio. CTRM has a GPE rating of 1.94. A stock is commonly considered to be undervalued when GPE is greater than 1.00. Dividend. VectorVest reports annual, regular, cash dividends as indicated by the most recent payments. Special distributions, one-time payments, stock dividends, etc., are not generally included in division. CTRM does not pay a dividend. DI, dividend yield. DI reflects dividend per share as a percent of price. CTRM does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a dividend yield rating. DI equals 100x, div/price. It is useful to compare DI with A. If DI is not significantly lower than A, the dividend payment may be in jeopardy. DS, dividend safety. DS is an indicator of the assurance that regular cash dividends will be declared and paid at current or at higher rates for the foreseeable future. CTRM does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a dividend safety rating. Stocks with DS values above 75 typically have RS values well above 1.00 and A levels that are much higher than DI. DG, dividend growth rate. Dividend growth is a forecasted annual growth rate of a company's dividend based on historical dividend payments and dividend predictability. It is a subtle yet important indicator of a company's financial performance. It also provides some insight into the board's outlook on the company's ability to increase earnings. CTRM does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a dividend growth rating. YSG, YSG Vector. YSG is an indicator which combines DI, DS and DG into a single value, and allows direct comparison of all dividend-paying stocks in the database. CTRM does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a YSG rating. Stocks with the highest YSG values have the best combinations of dividend yield, safety, and growth. These are the stocks to buy for somewhat above current income and long-term growth. UVVol. UVVol is the 50-day moving average of daily volume as computed by VectorVest. CTRM has an UVVol of 53,265,264 shares traded per day. Percent volume. Percent volume reflects the percent change in today's trading volume as compared to the UVVol. Percent volume equals volume, UVVol, UVVol, 100. CTRM had a percent volume of 1,187.48% on Wednesday, January 13, 2021. Percent PRC. CTRM price changed 26.96% from the prior day's closing price. Sales. CTRM has annual sales of 10 million. Sales growth. Sales growth is the sales growth rate in percent over the last 12 months. CTRM has a sales growth of -2.00% per year. This is very poor. Sales per share, SPS. CTRM has annual sales of 8 cents per share. Price to sales ratio, PS. CTRM has a PS of 4.46. Shares. CTRM has 131 million shares of stock outstanding. Market capitalization. CTRM has a market capitalization of 48 million. Business sector. CTRM has been assigned to the transportation business sector. VectorVest classifies stocks into over 200 industry groups and 40 business sectors. Industry group. CTRM has been assigned to the transportation, ship, industry group. VectorVest classifies stocks into over 200 industry groups and 40 business sectors.